So let's talk about the GTA 6 leaks. I have already talked about the leaked map of the game, but I've been avoiding talking about the leakers or the leaked videos themselves. As 1, I don't want to give the leakers too much attention, and 2, I don't want to get shanked by the Take-Two assassins. So of course I won't be able to show the leaks themselves on this video, and I'll be mostly only talking, so I'll try to figure out something for you guys to watch while I ramble by myself. My name is Saukko, and I think of myself as a pretty informed dude, and I try to stick with the facts. So why am I giving the leakers attention now? Well, I think we have gotten to the point that what they are doing is going too far. So the main GTA 6 leaker currently, but not the only one, I'll talk about that later, is the person or group under the alias of CyberLeek. They started by leaking the GTA 6 map and 2 clips from the game, which were both about 2 minutes long, on 18th of August. And since then they have released 1 or 2 videos per day, all of which about 2 minutes long. Currently, while I'm recording this video, we are at leak 11, in which they are threatening to release videos of the prologue of GTA 6. So it seems like they have access to the entire game, or have had access. It seems like no one's really sure, but there are few things we can try to deduce. Like, before the threat of them releasing prologue, the consensus was that the leaker had a demo build of the game that had a few missions and of course free roam from an early part of the game, without the prologue. But now it seems that prologue is included too. Then we don't know how far he can reach in the story, or if he can even still play the game, if he has an active working build on his own PC. So many people have different opinions on this, and like many of them don't seem consistent. So I'm gonna share my own opinion. Firstly, I believe that the current leaker or leaker group doesn't currently have access to the game. I'm pretty confident on the fact that everything they are releasing is pre-recorded content. They or someone else has played the game and recorded it somewhere. It might be a Rockstar employee, they might be someone who had access to a version that was meant for the press or something, or God knows what. But you may ask, didn't the leaker write his name Leek, as in L-E-E-K, onto a wall in one of the leaked clips? Well, he did. But if you were intending on releasing leaks with malicious intent, what is the first thing you would do to prove that you are the person leaking them and to try to fool people into thinking that you have more than you actually have? Well, you would write your own name in the game. So him writing name doesn't necessarily or even at all guarantee that he currently has the game. Then another optional theory I have for the text leak is that CyberLeek got these leaks from someone else, and whoever they got it from had the intention of recording, leaking and selling the leaks to CyberLeek or someone else. So either CyberLeek requested leak to be written onto a wall, or the person who recorded the leaks, that isn't CyberLeek, tried to write leak, as in L-E-A-K, onto a wall, but typoed it to leak, as in L-E-E-K. So it's also entirely possible that CyberLeek themselves took the username of CyberLeek because of the leak text written into the wall in the leaks. So like, there's a lot of options here, of which basically nothing implies that he still has the game. And like, they haven't reacted to anything like that has happened after August 18th, like comments from content creators or the silence from Rockstar within the leaked clips themselves. So people claiming that he has a build are probably, in my opinion, wrong. And also, within the same situation, people that claim that he has a deadman switch, which would release the build to the entire internet, is also entirely fabricated. That threat was from a fake Twitter account, and then several news sources pretended that it was a real threat from CyberLeek themselves, while it wasn't, and then it just spread like wildfire. Like, any claim that the leaker has the capability to share a playable version of the game to the public isn't based on anything. Then, if he doesn't have the game itself, what does he have? And what has he leaked? And what might he leak? So far, we have mostly only seen a free roam of the game, and only a few bits from cutscenes. So I think that they on purpose are and were showing mostly like relatively uninteresting clips first. Like in most of the leaks we have gotten, Jason is wearing a maroon shirt, and basically all of the leaks we have seen with Jason with the maroon shirt on are basically most likely from the same gameplay session, and they have just been cut to be separate, as all of them have a matching timeline. From the ones that have leaked now, there will probably be more ones like that. In order, first is of course the one where Jason is playing basketball, and then is the gas clip where he goes to a gas station and steals a car with gas on the back. Then the wrench clip where Jason beats up a guy with a wrench. Then the one where he steals a police bike, and then the taser clip, and then the nudist camp clip in an unknown order. And all of them, if they have a minimap active and they are close enough, there is a mission for Cal marked on the map. And yes, it only appears when he's close enough. So when Jason is in Port Gellhorn, it won't show up on the map. And as we can kind of triangulate the location of the mission, it is located around here on the map. If he has the mission on the map active for so long, and in so many of the clips, does that mean that he cannot play the mission? Is he locked like in a demo version where that is the mission that he cannot play? Or is the mission broken in a way that he cannot progress? Well, probably not. As the short bit from the cutscene that got leaked, where Cal is talking about VPNs and stuff, that takes place at the location where the mission marker is on the map. So either there are several Cal missions in the same location, as we see them in a cutscene in that location, or they just chose to mess around in free mode for a while, possibly after playing the prologue of the game. So I personally think that what the leaker has is video. So not a playable version of the game. Video of someone, possibly not the person who is leaking, CyberLeek, playing the game, firstly by playing the prologue, as it seems like the leaker has it, as he's claimed to leak it. Then he possibly has an hour or two of free mode gameplay, where he's just messes around, goes to strip clubs and kills people and robs stores. What we have seen now in the leaks that the leaker has leaked. And after messing the free mode, they went back to doing the storyline missions, as we currently have 2 bits of cutscenes we have seen, which seem to take place after the messing around in free roam. Then how far can he go in the story? No one knows. Probably the best case scenario is that the leaker has access to only the prologue, 1 to 2 hours of gameplay in free mode, and then rest of chapter 1. We still don't know what chapter 1 is, but it's possibility that that's where either the game version they were playing on was limited to, or simply that is only how much was recorded to be leaked, either by CyberLeek or someone else. And worst case scenario, they had access to the entire game, and they might have played through the story, but that's unlikely. I would be surprised if they have more than 5 hours of gameplay. So like anyone saying that they have the ending of the game is probably fearmongering. Same with them having a working build of the game, fearmongering. And talking about fearmongering, there are a lot of fake accounts and websites pretending to be CyberLeek. The person who is leaking GTA 6 only has a single website, which they show on the videos themselves. CyberLeek does not have a Twitter account. CyberLeek does not have an Instagram account. CyberLeek does not have a Discord server. And CyberLeek does not have a Telegram. So anything coming from those sources are possibly straight up lies and reposts from the website itself. And like, people believing these fake accounts is the reason why we have so much misinformation going around. So CyberLeek does not have social media accounts, but what he has is a crypto coin, which he is using to make money. Even though he did burn most of his dev coins, he still probably has a lot of coins on other accounts. And he's making money through every transaction made on his coin, which there are several within seconds. And of course, he's using the leaks, which he shouldn't have, to make this money. And while the coin isn't necessarily a complete rug pull, it will eventually fall and someone will lose money on it. And CyberLeek is getting a big part of that through the transaction fees, and probably because he's going to be the one who is going to trigger the sellout. And then of course he's making polls in which he's asking for money for votes for things that he's gonna release. Like, is he going to release the prologue? Vote now by sending me money, which of course is extremely malicious. Like, they are claiming that they do this for the good of the gamers, and I'm gonna take down Rockstar Games and I want physical media back. No, they are completely doing this for the money. There's no other reason. And currently he's still acting like, you have an option if we are gonna leak the storyline or not. Like, even if people vote no in the poll, they are still going to release the prologue in like a week, as they are gonna run out of clips soon. And because they don't care about you, CyberLeek only cares about money. So investing into this coin is stupid, and voting in the polls is also stupid, as it doesn't matter. So don't waste your money, it's basically a scam in every single possible way. And this is a good segue to talk about some other scams we got, and other GTA 6 leaks that aren't from CyberLeek. As on August 21st, a group of script kiddies, or like scammers or something, called 88 Mafia, released a screenshot from the game in addition to some texture files, and additionally some maps of the game. These maps are not like the traditional maps which CyberLeek leaked, rather maps that contain information about the map. For example, elevation maps of the game that show where hills are in the game, then a map that shows the color of dust in specific locations on the map during like storms and like dry seasons. Port Yellowhorn is more orange, while Vice City is more grey. And then like some other additional stuff. The leak was a GPU trace file, which had some images from the game and textures and stuff that GPUs need and do. I don't know about GPU trace files. Google it for yourself. But it was basically acquired by stealing an account of a Rockstar Games developer using social engineering. In a similar way, the 2022 leaks happened. Then, as the leakers are scammers, he got the great idea to make a coin like CyberLeek made, and then he rug pulled it when the market cap reached 40k. So straight up a scam. And he was even pretending that he had more stuff about the game while he actually didn't. So nothing much from them. Like, the only beneficial thing to us in the mapping server from that, and only thing that was like worth leaking, was the height map, as that allows us to make a 3D model of the GTA 6 map, which is neat. It's really funny that 3 of the 4 major GTA 6 leaks we have had, 2022, trailer leak, CyberLeek, and this small 80 Mafia thing, have had cryptocurrency scams with them. Then some stuff I have in the notes here. How old are the video clips and when were they recorded? The first hint comes from the FFmpeg version, which was used to record or convert something in the video itself. I'm not completely sure where that comes from, but it's in the metadata for all of the videos. This doesn't mean that the leaks are from 2023, it just means that the software they used is from 2023, so they just haven't updated it. But older versions of FFmpeg still work well in 2026, so if it's like a hacker, they are probably gonna use older versions of software, so it's less traceable and they don't need to download stuff. I don't fucking know, but it's newer than 2023. As in one of the leaked clips, there is a song that was released in January of 2025, so they are probably released and recorded after 2024. If I had to personally guess, the leaks are probably recorded in 2026 this year, probably within the 6 months, as I assume that CyberLeek would hold on them for a while before releasing them. So the game is possibly like 6 months from release in the leaks, so the game will probably improve a lot from the leaks still. Of course, that's just my own opinion. And yeah, Take-Two and Rockstar are trying to get these leakers, and they are trying to find them really hard. They have filed subpoenas which haven't arrived yet at Discord or other places, as they have to go through courts first, but eventually they will get additional information from places. And companies like Xbox have said that they will help Rockstar find these leakers. Additionally, there was a case on Reddit where someone was pretending to know CyberLeek, and they lived in UK, and Rockstar sent private investigators to their home, which is pretty standard practice for Rockstar. They have done this before for some modders and stuff who have like created problematic extensions for GTA 5 and 4 and such, from what I have heard. And they mostly do this only in the UK, so the video where the guy is talking to some people is likely real, and they are likely sent by Rockstar Games. But really nothing special, only shows that Rockstar is trying to work to find out who the leaker is. Then about the identity of the leaker. I'm basically completely sure that any name that has been thrown up to be the leaker or leakers isn't real. Either it's an attempt to bully people or it's literally just being wrong. And even the clue that the leaker might be from Germany is likely false. So it's fucked. Like, crypto and blockchains are so fucking bad because they can be used for stuff like this. Like, they are just doing crime with crypto here. And they are using, like, blockchain stuff to hide the releases of the videos and sources of them, so fun. There are some videos explaining how CyberLeek keeps his identity secret. That explained the situation better than I could. And that's probably everything, at least on my list. You can of course form your own opinions, and you don't have to follow mine, but I would at least suggest to consider them as possible options. And there are new leaks as I'm recording this video. And hey, one of them is the beach leak, which people literally paid thousands of dollars yesterday to not be released, as people voted for the nudist camp option. So as you can see, there's no reason to vote, as he will leak all of the leaks anyways, so it's straight up just a scam. But yeah, leaks with story spoilers are gonna probably come soon. I would avoid looking at the internet or GTA related stuff for a while if you want to avoid spoilers. But of course, my channel will be story spoiler free. We only look at the map and official story stuff we get from Rockstar games themselves. So thank you for watching. The extended look is coming soon, so subscribe for see me cover that one, and of course subscribe to get good videos out GTA 6. Like the video, comment if you have something to say, and thank you.